Philippines. And again, this is a promotion match. Winner goes over to the knockout stage. Welcome to the Land of Dawn.
By the way, Lafel, I gotta ask you a question. Isn't this just very SRG? Sora, Gatot,
Yes.
and then
yes.
Yusichin,
Very.
Zetian? Just the gold lane that, is different.
Yeah, they play double fighter, but hey, I believe Dominkai with this harp can feel like a fighter.
Well, the way he usually plays it is like that, like I said, regionally, and the statistic was, I think the Harith has won twice against the Claude, so could be just one of those picks that works out for specific players, but again, you don't see the Harith pop up too much, but even the Nolan, man, remember when the Nolan popped up? This was one of the questions we had for ourselves, like, how's the Nolan going to perform in the meta? And I think he still serves a purpose of kind of this window of opportunity type jungler. Even looking at the emblems, you have those windows to pop out that damage, but the rest of this lineup is actually pretty solid here for those front to back lineups.
Now this is interesting. Fire emblem on the Harith.
Yeah. So I guess you try to beat the sustain with sustain here, and he's actually doing a pretty good job. Hiko has the blink, so obviously the Synchrophission will be dodged away from most of the time.
Yeah, interesting to see how this Fire Emblem really fares for the Harith, because one of the nerfs towards the Harith is the nerf towards the Scythe, the Starlium Scythe. Yeah, I'm interested to see, and I wonder if the build is going to be the same or just a bit different.
Yeah, even for Edward on the Sora, it just did not perform the way that teams wanted it to in the beginning of Swiss, but I feel like as we've gotten further into the Swiss stage, teams are kind of figuring out how they want to utilize this. Again, whether it's in the gold lane or in the XP, but it serves its purpose. Again, the crowd control is great. You don't have to completely rely on this Gatakacha. They're actually going to just force a turtle take here easily for Team Spirit based off an easy fight.
Quick blitz, man, and again, zoning there from Bomba was amazing.
I would say right now, Aurora Gaming is having just slight difficulties because they're not really winning the mid lane as well. Because Sunset Lover has been favorable trades against Yue. Quite a long range and more importantly, more burst coming in from Sunset Lover. The fact that Hiko came over and quickly, clear out the waves, it's going to be hard for Dominkai.
You got the gold crab too there, stole it away. Art of Thievery there. By the airstrike coming down over on Dominkai. There's already Zaman Force. No, Zaman Force means there's gonna be too much damage from to handle. Last shot from Eco. That's first blood and a flicker out.
So close. Dominkai even popping the Purify, but unfortunately can't survive against that Fighter Emblem or not. So a good first blood pickup for Team Spirit. They made that decision to go make the play. That's about I would say every time if they focus on Dominkai's lane, you're gonna have to see Aurora Gaming Philippines kind of respond to that. Again, if you leave your gold lane to the whims of the opposing team, you're gonna be in trouble here.
I don't know about this, man. Bomba flickering out to safety now. It's gonna be caught still. Tracer's coming down, and that's gonna be Edward with the punches down on the glue, but light AOG out of there. Caught in the feather airstrike. One shot wants to push in for more of the gold crab. Can we contest it again? This time it's Doming.
Yeah. Honestly, Aurora Gaming probably just wants Edward to get out of lane as fast as he can, because keep him on this glue is making his life just a little bit difficult. And considering the speed that one shot is moving all around the map, taking some farm away from Demon Kite, I feel like this is a good idea, but we just have to see how it translates to the next turtle fight.
Yeah, this is going to be the one that we see Aurora Gaming Philippines actually contest. Demon Kite went and got his purple. He's going to go work on his orange, and then Turtle's going to be up here in a second. So both junglers doing their thing. They'll get in position. And with this time, they can't be as zoned out as they were in the first Turtle. But they will have to play around Sawa's setup potential with the Kalea, but also Sunset Lover's damage with the feathered airstrike. So they'll take their time. This is what I was saying in the draft, Aurora Gaming Philippines, they don't really need to be the initiators. They're more so responding to what this lineup from Team Spirit does. Edward's positioning here. He's going to go ahead and spot one shot.
The fracture out by one shot, respecting the Sora damage. Now it's going to be Sawa walking up untargetable. Edward goes to the skies, now jumps on Bomba. It's going to be caught. That's going to be the full stacks on him, and he gets mounted on Demon Kite looking for the angle to go for the retribution as one shot gets zoned away. That's an AOG! Demon Kite winning the retry there all alone. Tsunami Slam locks him down. Hiko with a blazing duet straight onto Yue. He goes, and Yue respects him with the flicker as Domen clears out mid, and Edward goes on to hit the Patrick.
I gotta say, my question, the start of the day, are we gonna see any Claude for space? I can't believe this is like what? Third time today that we're seeing a Claude for space. Hiko's really showing up. He's looking pretty good.
Oh, Fracture full burst light! Doesn't have the AOG, but he gets out by their airstrike a bit late, and the glowing Wanting with the lethal ignition gets him down. Now it's Domeng in the bottom lane, isolated.
Oh man, even when Light wants to help, don't kite.
Okay.
Just get out of my gold crab territory, I think. I think that's what
Imagine
he was
if he doesn't
basically-
get it.
Yeah, okay,
Okay,
he is going to secure it. But yeah, Light was going to go help Domenkind out here, and you know, it's you put yourself in that position where you can get set up on, and unfortunately, if you have the Revitalize or not, you're going to be somewhat in trouble. So now Team Spirit has continued to find these little bit of wins across the map where they can. And, you know, you're looking at the scaling here for both gold laners. Hiko's doing a great job farming both lanes, basically. He's got enough help as well to go ahead and secure himself this lane. And Domekite's got to play catch-up. Now, he's not too far behind, just a couple hundred gold, and that's why he's going to go ahead and rotate between both lanes. This could be a potential setup. I'm not sure if Sao is actually going to get caught here with the Unbreakable.
He knows.
He doesn't, yeah. He knows they're there.
Just about that makes sense. Right now for Aurora, the fact that they're not down by too much, I feel like it's still good because Demon Kite will be scaling up. And not to say that Team Spirit doesn't have skill. They do have skill, but I feel like they do have ways to deal with Team Spirit, especially Domeng Kite here. Hiko might make the mistake of going for Wind of Nature, but who knows? Who knows? I don't think so. I don't think so, but who knows?
Hiko has definitely adjusted throughout the Swiss stage, man. You know, it was a rough start for him, but he might get caught. Okay, take some damage from Edward.
Half HP, that's a lot of damage. Bomba in the back though, zoning Domeng, or zoning Demon Kite. There's no way for him to enter. Edward gets caught with Tsunami Slam. Bomba again, zoning in the back line. Phoenix coming down, but it won't land on anyone now. Sawa with a flicker out. That's going to be Bomba caught by the Mana Chakra. Has a flicker out. Light gets out with the AOG. Some Force coming down, and Demon Kite picks up the kill on him. Hiko again with the help of the burst one shot. Coming in from an Alf angle. Finds the Fracture, but Domeng was able to dash out from Sunset Lover's skill 1.
I like games like this where they're playing macro, but at the same time, they fight when the opportunity presents itself. Because for both teams, especially for Team Spirit, they're just zoning people away. They're going to get objectives for free. But the moment that Aurora Gaming Philippines is in a position that they can fight, they will fight.
Goes for the stun, Purify out. That's one shot with the damage, but now with his Zaman Force again, it's so hard to get him down. Feathered Airstrike just barely out of range, catches him in the end! The last tick of damage gets Domeng down!
I don't think he was expecting to get hit there on the very
Assassination up top. It's a solo kill for Demon Kite. But Sawo is looking for revenge, has Tsunami Slam, has 2 members backing him up. Sawo with the jump in forward. Demon Kite goes, he can't go for the Traceless in time, and he gets bursted out by Sawo and Sunset.
I'm just going to say wow, man. Right now, Team Spirit, especially Sunset Lover. I don't know if the boss promises him a bonus or something if he gets an MVP, but he's everywhere. He's clearly motivated.
Yeah, man. Looking at the items here, again, breaking it down across the lanes. There's not a huge gap, right? Mid lane by a bit, but you're seeing that damage come through, especially with the Glowing Wand, Genius Wand, both wands locked in, plus the Lethal Ignition. And you kind of, you might forget just how much damage that Feathered Airstrike can do, even if you're on the edge of it. And that's, again, what happened to Domengkai here. So, oh man, even that burst, look at Light.
Oh, bro, Sunset Lover, man. Yeah, the items, the builds, with the Magic Worship, like there's so much burn on the side of Aurora Gaming. They really got to start blowing their phones to make sure that it calms down.
Yeah, Edward has to escape. Bomba is looking for a mount down now as one shot does more damage. That's him to the air he goes. CC immune. But they baited out the ultimate, and now Team Spirit will have a resource advantage.
But we also see the problem here. Kipomba kind of didn't take much damage. Like, even though he dies, Aurora Gaming have to use everything to take him down. And I think he'll take that trade.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising. Like we haven't seen as many glue picks come through. Ooh. You know, he's one of those heroes that just is able to tank up so much damage, cause a lot of chaos in the back line. And so far, Kid Bomba's done a really good job at doing that when the team fights do break out. That's why, you know, like you mentioned, LaFell, they're both playing at the macro level, but these team fights are almost like a chess match in itself, where you're seeing just how important the positioning is, especially for the gold laners, and why it's so difficult for Kite to find that space to work with, whether he's got the Zaman Force drop down or not. So both junglers, by the way, staying up top, doing some off-lane, off-map pushing if they can. Those tier 1s are still up, so no one can really claim the space around the Lord just yet.
Yeah, honestly, Aurora's having a hard time here.
What? That's a solo! Oh my goodness, not a solo. Sawo gets an assist, but Yue just got bursted down and he did not want to flicker out.
If we're talking about chess pieces, man, Sunset Lover is moving like the rook, and now Kid Bomba's moving like the knight. There's really not a lot of spaces that Aurora can use on the map to get themselves in position.
I feel like we always highlight Sunset Lover on the Farsa. Every time he plays the Farsa,
he's kind of good.
He should go pro.
He could go pro on this. I mean, my goodness, 4-0-3 right now, and that's twice now. Oh,
Hiko gets caught. Optimates Duet gets pulled down by Doming, and Edward, though, could not flicker out in time.
I feel like we have enough clips to show Claude's getting caught in that position.
Right
getting
there.
Caught by Frederick.
Sick boom earlier.
Yeah, so, hold on, Light.
First down on Light. He has the AOG, but he's going to be caught with a Tsunami Slam now, and just going to be bursted out by One Shot and Sunset. So it's a 1-for-1. Roam for gold. Lord of the bottom lane gets a actually does not get a charge down. Good job by Aurora Gaming. Philippines Edward. Oh, he gets caught with a fracture. And now it's Bomba into the slam and the flicker in. The Fear of the Phoenix catches 4 of them, but no one's there to follow it up. Sawo. Interesting recall.
I'm just really interested in what the idea was there. When Light got killed and then there seemed to be a call where Edward's like, all right, we're going to initiate. They just did not expect that amount of pressure from Team Spirit, I guess. Again, kind of wondering what the plan was there, but they are going to lose some of those tier 2 turrets now.
Sawo.
So is he going to go for Light?
Could be. He made out the AOG, and that's enough. Now they push into the mid lane, and it's One Shot and Sunset who picks the turret up.
In my head, I kind of did thought Team Spirit will have a dominant game, but I didn't thought it would look like this.
Yeah, it's very, very strong showing for them, man. 4K ahead. And it just seems like a lot of it has to do with this Farsa pick, you know, the amount of pressure. Because, I don't know, you just don't have that much of an effect or that similar effect with the Zetian pick here from Yue. You know, unfortunately, yeah, you've got the Fury of the Phoenix that can help out. Well, there's a nice close-up always of our favorite skin of the game, by the way.
Yep.
Kid Bomba doing an amazing job on this glue, like we mentioned. And now Hiko picking up the Malefic gun, so...
Whoa. Oh. Tsunami Slam locks Light down through the Phoenix Zone now! As I see the Edward jump in and One Shot to be caught by the Mountain Shotgun and Wolf Ball. AOG out of there, Bomba gets caught! Demon Kite gets a double as Hiko still goes for the damage. Now Blazing Duet from Hiko! Goes through them all, flicker in to find Yue!
What? Okay, well now...
Oh, Sunset Lover?
Oh, Sunset.
He's
got the feather.
Oh, what a cancel by Light!
Oh my...
And it's Demon Kite with the Traceless in.
You just flew blind into a bush you didn't want to go to, man.
Farsa cannot see.
She can't see.
She's actually blind.
Lore accurate Farsa.
Lord accurate, man.
No, but I was in the bush. Unlucky.
Unlucky. That last fight, by the way, it didn't go their way because they didn't have the feather airstrike, and that's what I was talking about. Like, the Farsa is such an integral part of this lineup success.
And I feel like that's gonna get clipped.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
Which part?
Farsa blindly going to a bush.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lore accurate Farsa.
Lord accurate Farsa. Yeah, that's it. And now Lord's up. So with all of that, imagine they just got about 3.5K gold in the hands of Aurora Gaming Philippines. So they're in a much better position now to contest the objective, but you know, still nonetheless it's playing within those timings, those windows that are available to them. And they'll that's part of the game plan. Like I said, just take your time with this Lord take.
Yeah, we can definitely see that Aurora, they have the damage, especially coming in from Demon Kite, but also Hiko has shown that he is looking pretty strong at this point. Demon Kite with that Holy Crystal might be able to two-shot Hiko if Hiko is not careful.
Yeah.
And all the basic attacks hit on to Hiko, but yeah, Aurora Gaming, they have the tools to punish Team Spirit if they put themselves in a very punishable spot.
Yeah. Winter Crown though for Hiko. That's
right.
gonna help.
He's got that. That was the question earlier on, but it looks like Aurora's going to go ahead and start this Lord up. They don't have to fully commit to it, though. I think they're just trying to spawn out. Oh, nice little shot there, Hiko. Getting checked at half health, but it's more so just spotting out where Team Spirit is here for Aurora Gaming Philippines while they go ahead and take their time. This light does pick up the anti-Karas, but they'll just go for a reset. They don't have the positioning favor they want to. Plus, they've got a nice wave pushing up top that they're going to have to deal with at some point here.
This is looking really, really good for Team Spirit.
Yeah. Kiboma does have that flicker, so if he finds an opportunity, he can jump with someone. The question is who? Ideally, you want to get Demon Kite, but if you don't, who's the next target?
Wait a second.
Oh, they're going to go
for it. Edward jumps in on 3. That's even the way he's into it with the crown as well. That's a mistimed Unbreakable by Light. Now Asawa jumps in with the Tsunami Slam, gets caught as the Mount comes in as well. Light bursts it out by one shot on the Nolan. And that's a turret up top falling, the tier 2 falling to the big slow push built up by Team Spirit.
Ooh, that was not the fight they wanted, man. They lost the tier 2 turret. They're going to lose the Lord off of that. That was a fight initiated by Edward. And that's why I was saying this composition is a little bit different just because of the sense of usually they're reacting to Team Spirit. But that time they chose to go.
Yeah.
And they got punished because the layering wasn't the way they wanted it to be. And once that's gone, especially like we've seen before with the Sora, once that initial crowd control is gone, and then you don't have that follow through, you're kind of just left as a sitting duck to be taken out.
Yeah, honestly, Sora in the late game is a different kind of blast cannon where your initial attack, doesn't matter if it's a setup or the damage, is going to be incredibly strong. But after that, like I said, it's going to be a sitting duck. You're going to die to almost anything. So that's the dangers of using a Sora.
And they are on the defense.
Sawo hovering over earlier. Hiko unable to use the wave. Just the mid-base turret taken down for now. Aurora doing a good job at manipulating the waves as well, just holding it in. And this is a comp with really good clear, you know? They have a Zetian, they have a Harith, the Eastern Shin doing work as well.
Yeah, they've got, so they clear out the Lord. They still got a couple waves to handle, which should be fine with them. They should be able to hold on to these 2 base turrets after losing that mid. Sawo not really able to force anything. Oh!
Good flicker out of the AOGs. A Mind Force used up as well by Domeng, and they are able to clear it out. They know this turret needs to stay alive.
That was smart, very, very smart, especially because honestly, Aurora, they have multiple ways to actually cancel out that Feather S-Strike.
Yeah.
Because it's not just Light, but Yue as well. Because you're not going to be moving, you're going to get stunned up, it's going to cancel out anyway. So Aurora, they really got to make it so that they're patient. You got to see that Feather S-Strike first, and then you answer it.
Ooh. Okay, they are doing everything to hold on to this turret.
Yeah.
They should do it just fine. Like we mentioned, the clear is going to be good. They do hold on to the top 2. They're going to pop the conceal just to force Team Spirit off of this. And that's what I was saying, you know, earlier on, Sao, he didn't have the flicker, but now it's available. If he wanted to start a fight, they could, but they don't want to throw this lead that they have, this advantage against Aurora Gaming Philippines, because you still have to respect what this composition can do, especially in the base, where they have more of a free space to work with and can get the favorable positioning if Team Spirit goes a little bit too far. So it's much better for them to just kind of wait, let that Lord come up in about 30, and then get in position from there. See if they can bait anything out. Sawo?
Oh, wait. Sawo can actually just go Tsunami Slam here, but he doesn't go for it. I thought he was going to flick in Tsunami Slam.
Discipline, man.
Yep.
Right now, for our newer viewers as well, I think it's good to address why Aurora Gaming is using everything that he can to make sure that the bottom turret doesn't get taken down, because the Lord will spawn. It's going to spawn up top. Going up against a Nolan as well as a Claude, there's always that chance, a backdoor, or they would just split you up. So if that tower goes down, if we're going to talk about chess, that's basically a check.
Yep.
Yeah. And with that, they hold on to it. This is also evolved now for the Lord, so it's going to take a little bit longer for Team Spirit to secure it, but Light's already given the information over. Edward handled that wave down bottom the best he can, but he's got to be here a part of this fight. So we'll see how they decide to go and position themselves for this. A Mountain Shocker is going to be used.
It's not reset properly. That was a blunder. Sawo's gonna go in. It's gonna be caught by Dominkai actually there. Now Tsunami-san coming down. It's like it's brushed down. Edward with walk up here. The Phoenix already catching him now. Sunset Lover's able to flicker up, and Edward jumps in forward. Immortality by Sunset Lover. Fracture coming down now as Dominkai walks over as well. Edward just cannot die. Sawo will fall to Domeng, and now it's Bomba running for the hills. Cannot go on to Demon Kai. That's all again. Domeng jumping in with his Mind Force. One shot Immortality. Domeng gets a double.
It's a wipeout! They got the Lord, but Aurora Gaming got the fight. They're gonna clear out this Lord and go down the mid lane.
That was a mistake by Team Spirit on many different fronts. Like you said, Mirko, the fact that they did not properly reset that was number one. But again,
Can they end it?
I think it's
I
over.
think they can.
7 seconds on Hiko. It's over for game one. Team Spirit held the lead for the whole game, but Aurora got one fight.
Man, it was one fight to turn it around.
And Team Spirit was able to hold down the entire game. Will this be the same kind of story where Team Spirit has a good one, but then Aurora comes with the victory?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's game two, where we're gonna find a sweep here for Aurora, being the second team to move forward today into the knockouts, or will we get to another game three with a Team Spirit locking in this game two? I think, as we talked about kind of our ideas here for the draft, one of the main things too is, you know, the early game pressure that can be made. Whoa, Sawo.
Oh my goodness, first blood. Oh my good, Sawo gets away just barely. One shot, walks back up. Oh, where did he get that extra bit of HP from, Sawo?
Did he pop the regen? Like, wait, talk about discipline to not even pop the flicker, man.
That is crazy, man. He got crazy patience.
That had to be the regen. I'm like something, right?
I don't know, but like
faith.
for a second it was just boop.
Faith,
He
yeah.
got like a bit of regen there, yeah. I don't know what it was though.
I think even Yue was surprised with
Yeah.
him, man, because he's like, he's dead. Never mind.
I was on the verge of saying first blood, man.
I mean, like, if he's using the tank emblem, you do have HP regen. It's like, what, 12?
Yeah, what's he got here? Yeah, he's got the HP regen, but concussive blast and interesting. Even over here for the rest, pretty standard. Even the marksman. Let's see, for Dominkite, still the Festival of Bloods. Got the Impure Rage standard for the Granger. Chip though as well, concussive blast, helping clear out that lane, and that's why I was gonna say, you know, mid lane being that priority, at least in the early game, and then once those level 4s are available for the Cho pick for Sawo, that's gonna be his main thing to go for. You know, these picks either on Yue or Light, but even so, Yue's got to Purify, so it's gonna be a bit difficult for Sawo.
Oh, nice.
Beautifully done by Hiko there, just using a skill too.
Yeah,
Great
just throwing the
calculation.
plates.
Against a Granger.
That doesn't happen too often.
Nope. Sawo, Visita Jikundo will be picked up by Lancer Flare. Demon Kai goes for the top, but now the RWM locks him down in the back. Sawo jumps in with the Cruiser Beacon, comes around, and Bomba gets first blood on Edward. Now it's Purify used up. Jikundo and a double for the big Bomba. One shot, trying to go for more there, but won't be able to find it. Bomba again just being a nuisance on Uranus.
Yeah, I don't know if that's worth it in the early game. Later on, it would be good for Yue to go for a flank and stop Sunset Lover. I kind of feel like it would be better, instead of trying to get Sunset Lover, get a tank like Sawo or Kip Bomba and then dropping on him. But yeah, I don't know. In the early game, I think it's not that relevant just yet. I feel like around 8 minutes, that's when you can see more flanks coming in from Yue.
Yeah, not only that too, but just the fact that now Kid Bomba's got the early kills, you know, a double. Obviously in the lane, it's going to work really well for him, but that's something they're going to want to watch out for in the next objective fight. And so now this is what I was talking about. Level 4 is available for Sawo. See if he sets things up. Aurora Gaming, on the other hand, too, Light could choose to go ahead and now start to punish with a shortcut. But even so, based on like the power spikes that can happen here with Aurora's lineup, they need that time to go ahead and build up. And then even if you drop down the shortcut, you have to watch out for that setup potential with a Guinevere, for example, and fighting into that. So pretty standard. And it's going to be somewhat slow from Aurora Gaming until they get to those power spikes.
Yeah, because that's really the question with their lineup here. When will they have enough items? Dominika already has the Sky Piercer, but everyone else, there's really no damage item. Good MR coming in for Frederick here in Demon Kite. Once they have items, they can go for a pick, but yeah, it's really on when. And who?
Yeah. That's the hard part about it. I think it's just kind of like how we mentioned back in game 1. Aurora Gaming is more so in that line of, let me just react to what Team Spirit's doing. Here's a setup.
Great spatial migration into the Valor Requiem. Light gets kicked as well. Sunset Lover picking up the kill there.
Now that was a bit personal.
That was.
Like, was this necessary? No. Am I glad I did it? Yes.
That was for earlier, I guess.
Yeah.
Salo able to go for that. Now, again, as I was saying, it's just going to be kind of a decision for Aurora Gaming to go ahead and wait, let Domikite scale up, get to this point on this Granger that he needs to, because they don't have that much damage, even if they force a fight here just yet. With second turtle coming up, expanding rivers being open, they're going to get in position now. So fighting around this second turtle, Team Spirit, after getting that first one, Aurora wants to grab themselves this objective, and this is going to be a full-on team fight.
Yeah. It's just that Aurora has to be careful of one-shot's positioning, because they could get caught, and then Team Spirit is like, yeah, we're just here for the fight.
Okay, Domikite holding on to the turtle. Both XP laners still in bottom lane, not going to be rotating here just because the shortcut is available for Light. One shot. Looking for the angle to go for the spatial migration. We'll be able to find it here very closely. Follows through Light, jumps in now, able to find a spatial migration. The Valor Requiem, and the combo comes through, and they'll be able to find Demonkite, but Sawa gets taken down as well. Bomba rotating through Sunset, gonna be caught here. That's Edward with a flicker in. That's UN picking up a kill over Bomba, still in the midst of it all, doing so much damage. Picked up, thrown back, Doming there, gets the Sky Piercer stack, and it's 20 on the board for the Granger.
And Edward will do it again, catching out one of the members right on that same part of the jungle. Coming through the shortcut, they chose to fight, they chose to go for it, and they got the objective off of it.
I gotta say, that must be infuriating for Kibomba, because if he can get that kill onto Domikite, even if he dies, he's resetting the Sky Piercer, but instead he gave more over. That's something that you will find tilting going up against a Granger, where you're trying to deny, ended up you doing the exact opposite, you actually give it more.
Yeah, and with this, Edward's gonna go ahead, take out this turret. Not much that Kid Bulba can do about it. Tries to get that last minion out, but unfortunately. And so with that, that's what you mentioned. Here we are, Domikite, 2 kills up. He's got that Sky Piercer earlier on, so he's already got those stacks. 1,000 up on Hiko as well, like we expected, because again, this is not the matchup that you really want as a carry against the Granger. So Hiko's gonna have to go ahead and try to catch up with only a Corrosive Scythe for him. And if you look at the last team fight, fighting around the objectives, again, Sao was kind of, and this is what we see with the Cho picks right now, man. Like, it's kind of difficult for them to get the angles or the kicks that they want to, and even if they put themselves in a position to, they're usually at half health by the time they get the kickoff. And then you're kind of just taken out here.
Spatial migration about Requiem, again a combo, but Hiko's unable to take him now. It's just gonna be one shot. There's a Sky Piercer, again gets picked up by Domikite. Bomba takes a shortcut, but it's a 1-for-1. And I'll say, even though it's jungle for Rome, it's good for Aurora because Doming got the stack again.
Yeah. Honestly, when there's no great, hold on, Kibomba.
1v1. A few slices there, oh my goodness! Doming, can he find a lot more? The shots coming down, one shot! Violet Requiem stunned up there, CC Mute!
Oh my god!
Survived for so long, finally gets shut down! But now it's Bomba thrown back to the fray, Edward going in, slicing and dicing. Won't be able to get him down. Way the Dragon, bringing it back over to Hiko for him to shred down, and Edward will be slain.
Oh my god, that was amazing that Doming survived that long, but also a great response from Team Spirit to rotate down in time. A very interesting fight that broke out there, but nonetheless, last turtle of the game is up, and one shot will rotate towards this with Team Spirit having that advantage right now in terms of numbers.
Yeah, that was 100% worth it because you dropped Domikite from 40 stacks all the way to 20.
Fight. God, Edward looking for the play to jump in. One shot pops in, spatial migration won't be able to find it. Now it's again Demonkite who's just too good on the red trees. Sawa taken down, another shot down over. Bomba caught all alone. Can Doming get the last shot? No, he cannot. They have to just back away as Aurora get mid-turret.
Okay, mid-turret down, turtle, last one secured by Aurora. Another stack now for Domikite. So putting himself on the board, and it looks like they're gonna be able to even, are they gonna take out tier 2 turret? There's a little bit of health here, so quite a bit of damage. and they'll take some resources off of it.
I gotta say, there's a lot of flashy plays, but Yue is a problem here. Because many a times you see him putting a lantern on both Sunset Lover and Hiko. The fact that he got both damage dealers, he's not dying fast enough, and then he just, even if he doesn't pick them up, he zones them away. So it's Farsa-esque, but instead of damage, you're just tempting them to jump and say hip hip hooray.
That's the way it works, man.
Yeah, that's
You know, dancing under the lantern. Man.
yeah,
You know, it's
you
that-
encourage them.
Yeah, it's that kind of utility. Looking at the items here too, you can see exactly, you know, it's not, that's a great point to it. He doesn't have that much damage. I mean, he's got a glowing wand. He's got the gem here. Whoa!
Oh, my lord.
That felt personal.
That felt...
Ain't no party like a light party, man. They just brought everyone in.
At that point, it's like, dude, I went to a bush, but that was not my fault. What am I supposed to do?
Light got his revenge for the kick earlier.
Yeah.
That's basically what that was. So there's a whole lot of personalness here.
Sunset's probably like, bro, that wasn't me. That was Sawo, man.
It's like, same difference. You know?
Same.
Both of you are in mid.
Yeah. Now tier 2 is going to be their focus. They should be able to go ahead and zone out as they secure themselves this turret. Lord's coming up in 10, though. Aurora will go ahead and swing on forward. And this is one of the things that Chip provides, just like the Loi Yi. I mean, there was a meta at a time when those two heroes alone were picked so often for the macro decisions that a team could utilize here, and Light's definitely been able to do that. So they're going to start up this Lord, most likely trying to bait Team Spirit into fighting them here, because right now, Dowenkind has all the space in the world to work with, even with his own fancy footwork in that Purify.
Look at Edward, though, man. He's so chill. Bot lane. He knows there's going to be a shortcut, and Spirit are not going to take the shortcut of Tango anymore.
Yeah, Edward, he should be able to just kind of
Light.
chill down there.
Look at this light guy. Conceal.
Light.
Oh, this side.
Sunset. Oh, one shot! Spatial migration retreat!
What?
Against, I mean, all this time, Demonkite's been able to win the 50-50 when it was good for one shot. The one time that one shot can't get the advantage, it's him winning it.
One shot, one retreat.
I didn't see it. Did he knock up like all of them?
No, he just
No, he just
jumped to the
on in.
Lord and got it.
He took the one shot, man.
Maybe he was just asking nicely.
Seems so.
Very polite steal that was, yeah. Oh my god, Doming ain't gonna be taken lightly. He go!
Oh my god.
Almost takes him out. How? The Doming survived with one Sawo. Okay.
All right, they're back into the game. After all that, they still have the Lord making its way down bot, too. Team Spirit has dug deep to bring the Spirit back into this game. Ooh. Edward will still go ahead and do work. He knows that as long as the shortcut's available, he can be on this side of the map. Bumps to push these forward. They're going to clear out that Lord now. Edward and Bomba just going to chill together on that side of the map.
One shot, Liver to play, Sawo, Jiku go. That's going to be the space migration of Valor Requiem, locking him down as Hiko shreds him through, flickers out to safety. Edward unable to find him now as Bomba gets sliced to bits, but it's a Uranus, very, very tanky. One shot, pulled back from the Lantern Flare, equipped to Beacon, Sunset Lover pops into RWM, but again it's Hiko, who's on a killing spree now with the mail pick gun.
Dude, imagine all of this transpired because one shot got that Lord. Yep. With one moment. Able to really, tables turning, and then they're in the advantage here. Like, I feel like even if you ask him, like, how do you get the Lord? He'd be like, I don't know, retry?
It's just one shot, man. Like, literally, I think that's why it comes down to, I don't know if they want to choose to go ahead and more so zone out one shot if they can, but looking at this real, okay, this was the team fight. I thought we were going to see the Lord there, but, you know, again, that shortcut, bringing in Edward to this fight. Both gold laners, by the way, just having a lot of space to work with here. Hiko doing the same thing. And, you know, these team fights are going to be so crucial now to this point. A winner crown being picked up here by one shot.
Yeah.
There's the stacks.
68.
As we've been talking about, 68.
They just missed it. Yeah. 6-7. By one. They just missed it by one. But let's just say, without the Claude, it's nice to see that gold laners actually get to play the game.
Yeah, dude.
Right?
Claude,
Yeah.
get out
Nico
of
gets
here.
to play, Domenkai gets to play. They're like, huh, it feels like MLBB again.
Let's say it's a very different game when the Claude's not in the picture. And it's
Yeah.
also because they get to go ahead and fight around their team, right? And the teams, you can see them actively protecting their gold laners. Yes, Hiko is technically behind gold-wise, but Dominkai just had a hell of an early to mid-game.
By the way, I really like the change right now for the Grangers. Now you don't go Flicker, I guess. Rapid Boots and War Axe is the way to go, just for added sustainability, because you know you're going to be hunkering down, basically playing for the team, or let the team play for you. Let the team play for you.
Team plays for you, and also you need the fancy footwork, man, and so far, Dominkai's been able to do that. You see the XP laners still facing off each other eternally up top. They can go through both through that shortcut, so Lauren's already at half health. This is probably more so of a test if Aurora Gaming can control this in their favor. Oh, one shot, taking a couple of shots himself.
It's interesting to see a Filipino warrior going up against a Celestial B. Pretty lore accurate.
Oh, they're gonna jump for it? Yue?
On Yue, he has Purify. Oh my god, he pulls one shot back into one shot at Doming.
Oh,
And it's almost a fully stacked Sky Piercer now. Bomba looking for the play, no retribution on board. Edward gonna be shredded down there by Hiko as he goes in, but Light walks up. Demonkai able to go for the retribution. Yue takes Hiko, throws him back again. Doming is a monster now. He gets a double. 11, 1-1.
The utility with Yue on this Jushin pick is paying dividends right now for Aurora Gaming Philippines. On for the Lord now. Dominkai getting a couple more kills. As we mentioned, the team gets to play around you. You get to play around the team, and Dominkai goes in.
Uh-oh. Sunset force to flicker out. Bomba pops in. Consecration, it does not matter. Doming has all the stacks he needs.
Dude, it's not fun going up against this Jushin. Despite you having the Eve, Sunset Lover is not having the game that he had in game number 1.
Nope. Yeah, right now, too, with this Lord making its way to base turrets gone. Aurora Gaming Philippines sees their eyes set on this victory here. And Team Spirit will have to delay this, wait for Kid Bomba to be back up. They still have pretty good clear. Again, Hiko has his damage online for the most part here, even if he's down a couple thousand gold against Dominkai. But can they withstand this pressure? Conceal going to be used, and Yue just lantern all over.
Demonkai front of the taunt now over on Sao. Is going to be locked down now as Hiko tries his best to clear it out. That's going to be Light taken down now as Hiko is able to cut away with a real world manipulation, helping them through the Lord. Dominkai there, go for the shots, but one shot is just a clone. Bomba walks up, tries a body block. Edward will lose his immortality and his life to Sunset as Bomba continues to chase.
They defend. They do it successfully. Off that push, and again, Dominkai held on to that Purify, but he had Kid Bomba in his face, blocking a ton of those shots.
Imagine if Team Spirit gets a comeback victory here.
Wow.
Basically, like for the entire day, just don't win early, you know? Because we all know superheroes coming in here.
That's true.
Yeah. They got to make sure that some people suffer first, and then they come in, because then it really matters.
Unless you're some of the best ones. Then the squirrels are even saved.
Yeah, dude. Squirrels' lives are amazing.
Are amazing?
Yeah, they eat nuts and they just store it in their face for a long time. And then when they're hungry, they eat it.
Is Chip a squirrel? Or is he a...
No, he's a hamster, right?
Oh.
Is he?
He can be a squirrel if you imagine it.
Okay.
We just need a skin.
Oh, light!
Oh,
Light goes in! Shortcut, Hiko! Gets ganked, he buys the immortality, but it's late! And now it's Sao caught Doming with a double. Sunset Lover turn around away, but with everybody running him down, it's hard to do it. It looked like it was going to be possible, a comeback for Spirit, but Light turned it down. And now it's just Bomba all alone, no chance for him to defend. He goes back, he's able to sustain for a bit longer in the fountain. Ladies and gentlemen, Aurora Gaming Philippines are going to the knockout stage.
And Aurora Gaming will do it and join forward with the other Aurora. Man, oh man, a play from